Why should I trust you? Who said it? And the witches were cackling.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. My name's Kiana.
And I'm Cheyenne.
And we are the Novelty Sisters. Yes.
I was gonna say, should I do the Hannah Montana thing again?
Yeah, if you want to.
Yay! Heck yeah.
Heck
that
yeah.
makes me feel good.
Thank you guys for joining us today. We're back with our series, the Sarah J. Maas Universe series.
Yes.
We're here to talk about two books, Heir,
Yes.
and Queen of Shadows.
Dramatic effects.
Yes.
Ooh.
Ah.
Ah.
Yes. It's actually been a while since we read these books. Usually when we do these deep dives, we are recording the video like a week or two afterwards.
Yeah.
So
This has been about 2 months.
So I just know things are gonna just start popping in my head like, oh yeah, that happened. Oh yeah.
Yes.
So,
Because you feel like you're like jumping timelines.
Yeah.
Like where we are now in the tandem read, like to go back and like review these two books,
Yeah.
I'm like,
especially Heir.
This is a completely different time.
Yeah. Because I feel like
you feel like you're like going decades in the past with everything that happens, you know?
Because these books are just filled with just back to back action.
And it don't stop.
It don't stop. Drama.
I mean, you can't catch a break, you know? It's like one of those reads where you physically cannot put the book down.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
until you're like forced to.
The Throne of Glass series is not a slow read at all. At all.
Not a slow burn. Not slow nothing.
Yeah. Everything is, you know?
Yes.
So.
Very much that.
Shy, how have you been? Any new updates?
I dyed my hair pink.
Yeah, she did.
We'll get the obvious out the way.
It looks so good. It looks so good.
I feel like a princess.
Yeah.
I feel like my color palette gives like Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
You know? Mythical realm.
Yeah.
Either that or I'm an anime character.
It just matches you so well. Like I can't put.
Thanks.
Yeah, I can't describe it any better than that. It just fits you so well. So.
Yeah, I have been loving it for the 24 hours that she's been here with me. I feel like it's a new character unlocked. Other than that, I've tried to put a Lego set together. But not like Lego brand, which is where I messed up at. Because the set that I have, I mean, you're basically going in blind. If not more confused by the actual instructions than like what you would be if you just looked at the picture.
Yeah. Like the instructions don't even have the Lego pieces labeled.
No, the beginning of it does, but like I don't know, maybe I'm making it too hard, maybe I'm making it too complicated. But I count the little dots. Like, okay, this is where I'm supposed to place this by the row, like the number and everything like that. But I can't seem to figure out, like, it doesn't have every Lego piece labeled, if that makes sense. So it's like, it'll tell you how many pieces go in the first step, like how many of each piece go in the first step, and that's it. Baby, figure it out yourself. And I'm like, I'm not an engineer. I'm not a math major. If anything, I struggled.
She's a beginner, and this doesn't seem like a beginner level type of.
1,300 pieces, and they're tiny.
Yeah.
I had to rip my nails off last night.
What is it supposed to make?
It's supposed to make a little cherry blossom. Yeah, it's supposed to be real cute, and I even have like a little. When it's complete, I'll show you guys. Hopefully, my ADHD allows me to complete it. But I don't know.
Yeah.
It was getting rocky there for a second. What's been going on with you?
Let's see. What has been going on with me? Honestly, nothing much, you know. I've really just been reading, trying to knock out as much reading as I can.
Yes.
Because we do have 5 books to read this month, and I actually read a book that wasn't on my TBR. Um, yeah. So I was like in the mood to read a romantasy, so I did.
Okay, cute.
Yeah, because I don't have really any romantasies in my TBR this month, so I just had an itch, so I just did it. So yeah.
Yeah, I also joined Book of the Month.
Oh, did you? Yay!
Yeah,
I love Book of the Month.
I did join Book of the Month, and I got the Soulmate. I did end up going with the Soulmate.
Okay.
Y'all, I don't know when that thing is supposed to get here, but when it does, everything is like, it's like when they clear the table because, what was his name?
Who?
The one that Liam Hemsworth played in The Hunger Games. Gale. When Gale got whipped at that whipping block and they bust through Katniss's new mansion and they just cleared the table off and laid him on it. That's how my TBR is about to be when that book comes in.
Shall we get started?
We shall. Oh my gosh, yes.
We're about to have a blast from the past reading this one.
Girl, we got war, romance, trials, mess,
fire,
and tea. Yeah, water, air. Y'all, the new Avatar live action season comes out on June 25th, and I cannot wait.
I haven't even seen the first season of it.
I'm like, ooh, I just want to blink and start it.
I can't bring myself to do it because I feel like I'm betraying the OG. You know what I mean? So I'm having a hard time. I'm having a hard time. But
what I'm having a hard time with is how when they recorded it, because I'm like, y'all did cast Aang very well. But that first series came out a couple of years ago.
Yeah, so he's probably gonna be he's obviously gonna be older. So
it's not gonna give Aang now. Actually, I'm not gonna say that, because Aang in the first season of the animated series and Aang in the third season, you could tell that he got a little.
Yeah, he got a little older.
Them balls was starting to drop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, y'all,
who said that?
We go ahead and get started, because I'm not cutting that out. That's staying, okay? A little recap. Selena leaves to go to Wendelin, right?
That's
all
correct.
because of Kaol. It was Kaol's idea to send our girl to Wendelin. He thought he was saving her, which, I mean, he was. He was saving her.
He's doing the right thing.
Yeah. So she arrives in Wendelin. I believe this whole book she's in Wendelin. I do remember the first part of this book being a little slow, because just like in any fantasy series, she's on a new continent, so
yes,
it's the world building, right? So the world building happens. Selena arrives in Wendelin, and she meets Rowan Whitethorn, right? Does she meet Maeve too, or no?
Prince.
I don't think she does.
Yes, because she learns that because Maeve is her aunt.
Yeah.
We end up learning. It kind of goes pretty quick. She meets Maeve. Maeve is her aunt. Maeve is a queen, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And then Rowan has blood bonds with her. He's like basically her head of security.
Yeah.
But he's also a prince within his own right.
Yeah.
And so that's how, because Aelin is trying to get some answers about magic, the word keys, all of that stuff.
Her past,
and
kind of too. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Maeve from Jump, it was given Amarantha vibes.
Yeah, definitely. She was like, she's not a warm, loving aunt that you meet. She's cold, know. Aelin's like, I could kind of feel the power of, she could just feel like because Maeve was one of the first, she's old fae. Like, we're talking, her and her 2 sisters had a lot to do with the way the world is today in the Throne of Glass series.
But she ends up agreeing to stay with Maeve. There was some sort of bargain that was made, but basically Maeve needed and we don't know this at the time that there's ulterior motives, but Maeve needed Aelin to master her powers, and so that's why she set up with Rowan, and she gave Aelin that challenge and said, okay, well, if you can do that, then I'll tell you the rest of, like, the family secrets,
yeah, I'll tell you what you came here to ask, pretty much.
Yes.
So,
yes, I'll answer your questions.
Yeah.
But, so, yeah, this is where we also find out that the king is tied to much darker forces, the Vogue princes, the possession abilities that they have to, like, hop into different people, take over their mind,
yeah, so
all of that
yeah,
stuff.
Aelin, while she's there, I think at the time she still calls herself Selena. She doesn't accept Aelin yet.
Yes.
But so I'm gonna call her Selena. Selena, while she's there, and her and Prince Rowan are training, they start finding people with, like, I think their heart missing. And is that what it is? Like, their hearts are missing, and
Yes.
so it's another kind of whodunit.
Whodunit.
Yeah, and then they end up finding
One thing about it, it's gonna be a mystery.
Yeah, and they end up finding out it has something to do with the Vogue. So, yeah.
And then in this book, we also start the witch storyline, which is very interesting. Well, we kind of got a little sneak peek of it thanks to Mort, who I miss dearly.
Yeah, we loved Mort.
I wish we could have just picked Mort up and bring him in. He was such a comedic relief to everything.
Yeah.
I loved him. But we kind of got a peek of it when Selena was fighting Baba Yellowlegs, killed Baba Yellowlegs, and Mort was like, Baba Yellowlegs is kind of a big deal amongst them witches, so now you need to watch your back. So that was kind of our foreshadowing. But we begin to dive into, like, the witches and how their community works and all of that stuff. So we meet Manon Blackbeak, who is, like, at the time, she's fighting to be, like, #1 in their little Air Force.
Yeah. Well, they're not at the Air Force yet, so we meet Manon, and
my bad.
Yeah. Well, they're. I mean, it happens pretty quickly, but we meet Manon, and we see how, like, cold the witches are to each other.
Especially her grandmama.
Yeah, her grandma is the head of the Blackbeaks. Manon's the heir to the Blackbeaks. Her grandmother comes to her. Manon's the head of the 13, which is like this. I guess kind of like...
They're like that's why I called them the Air Force.
Yeah.
They're like a flight.
Yeah.
A fleet.
But they can't... They can't fly
creatures
anymore. Yeah, they can't fly anymore with their brooms because the Croken witches took that ability away from them. Or was it the magic that got taken away? One of the two.
One of them.
Yeah, they can't fly with their brooms anymore, and it's something they miss dearly. Manon's grandma goes to her and says, hey, the king has a, what would you call it? Not ultimatum for, I guess it is an ultimatum.
An agenda.
Yeah, agenda. And she's like, he wants us and 2 other witch clans, which were the Yellowlegs and, what was the
Iron Teeth?
Iron Teeth. No, they all have Iron Teeth. They're all Iron Teeth witches.
Oh.
They're all considered Iron Teeth. It was another one, the ones that dress in, like, the blue robes.
But there's clans. They got little gangs amongst witches with, like, deep beef.
Yeah.
They all got deep beef with each other.
Deep beef. And, so...
They be, like, killing each other.
Manon's grandmother, the head of the Blackbeaks, comes to her and said, hey, the king wants us to learn how to ride these, how do you say them? Wyverns?
Wyverns, yes. I call them the creatures.
Yeah. And he needs a head of these wyvern riders. And she said, I need you to become the what is the
Number
real
1.
name? The flight leader or something like that? So,
yes.
When I was like, okay.
But they go and it's like, it's the 13, but they'll be like, she'll be calling them by, like, their numbers.
Yeah.
And you can get demoted from, like, a 2 to a 3.
If you...
Or a 2 to a 5.
Yeah, if you question her too much.
Crazy.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're real big on hierarchy in the witch clans, so...
Like cats.
So we get introduced to Manon, and that's her task, to become wing leader and go learn how to ride these
Wing
wyverns.
leader.
That's what it is. It just came out of nowhere, y'all.
Yeah, it sure did. It just sure did. Yeah, the wing leader.
Yeah.
And then we hop to Dorian. Now, listen, we're doing a lot of hopping, okay?
We are, because we're going, and we go to their point of views, too, so.
Yes, exactly. Which is fun. I like it. It keeps you...
Yeah.
You're like, oh. you know? But then we go to Dorian. So Dorian is exploring, because in the last book, he learned that he had magic. So he is now wanting to practice this forbidden or, father band magic. But he ends up falling in love with Sorsha, who is a healer in the castle. Sorsha is also, how would you say? She also has a little bit of knowledge about magic, which is why she's able to protect him while he's trying to practice these things.
Yeah, it happens accidentally. He has no control of his magic in this book.
Yes.
So he accidentally uses his magic in front of her, and she's like, "Hey, I won't tell anybody that you have magic. You can trust me," because, like Cheyenne said, it's banned. So if anybody finds out he has magic, he's pretty much dead.
Yeah.
So.
And at this point, his powers are becoming more erratic as, like, his emotions do.
Yeah.
So anytime he gets emotional, his powers are coming out. And that's why he's kind of feeling like he needs to learn how to use it, but also how to control it so that he can keep it as hidden as possible from his dad.
We get introduced to Adian in this book. Adian is a cousin of Selena's who... They were really close when Selena lived in Terracin. Yeah. They got separated during, the attack. And Adian ended up working for the king and goes to conquer, little cities and stuff around.
On behalf of the king.
Yeah. Adian ends up coming to Rifthold.
The castle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Chaol meets him. I don't think at the time that they know.
Adian and another family member. I believe it's like an uncle.
It's the uncle
or like
and
Adian's
the old
dad.
man. It's the
yes.
There's a younger one that was also close to Selena. I forgot his name. And then there was the old man as well, and they were all close to Selena, and they all kind of have a secret goal of finding Aelin. They do.
Yes, they believe that she's alive. Now, here's where it gets a little iffy for me, is that Chaol immediately recognizes the features of Selena and Adian, because they have very distinct hair, they have very distinct eyes, and I'm like, wait a minute. Well, if that's the case,
right?
You mean to tell me that Selena was just out here walking around and everybody was like, right? So this is where I begin to think like, okay, so the king and probably Arabin both already know who Selena really is, and that's why she keep running into all these ups.
Yeah, you have these hints, like you kind of like the whole time, like they have to know. They have to know this is Selena is Aelin, right?
They say that their hair and their eyes specifically, I think it was like super, super blonde hair.
They had blonde hair, blue eyes. They looked alike. Like they did look alike. They had these
but
very
like
specific
they
features.
say that it's like a distinct like bluish green. Like you can't miss it.
Yeah, like they're the only people that have it.
Right, it's like in their bloodline. Nobody else but this bloodline has it. So I'm like, there we go.
Yeah.
All right, so all y'all already knew.
Right.
All y'all already knew. Let's go.
Chaol
Let's keep it going.
He can't trust Adian though, because Adian is wearing one of the rings that the king and what's that other guy's name? Parrington. That the king and Parrington both wear.
It's and Kiana, I go through the same thing, and every time in my head I'm like, oh, what is his name? And I think to myself, I'm like, it's that fuck ass name, Parrington.
Because anybody named Parrington, you would already be like,
I just know you about to be a mess. Parrington, I'm Duke Parrington. Like, I could just see him with the little spectacle.
Oh, his name is Ren and Murtang.
Ren, okay. Okay, got you. Yeah, so he runs into the family at the castle.
Yeah.
So Selena in Wendelin. Wendelin. We jump back to that. It's a whole training arc.
Yeah.
Okay, and she is struggling to master her powers. She actually can't keep it together. Okay, she's also an emotional wreck.
She is emotional.
Obviously. She's been through some traumatic stuff in the past, just in these past books. We got Naima dying. Who else? What else happened? I mean, everything really went awry.
Naima,
she is feeling like a coward.
Yeah.
She is feeling like a coward.
Selena starts growing an attachment to Rowan during this training arc. because obviously they're training together every day, and slowly he's starting to like open up to her about things. But Rowan has.
But at first he cannot be bothered.
Yeah, Rowan also has like a traumatic past, and he's kind of just like,
yes,
he doesn't want to bring anybody close to him. So, yeah,
he's an asshole though. I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
He's an asshole in this book.
He is rude. And what was crazy to me is there was a certain scene where they had just got done like training, and Rowan was like, all right, well, bye. And Selena's like, so you're just gonna leave me? And I'm like, Selena, every time you are in his presence, he is verbally abusing you.
Yeah, she needs somebody. And, I mean, Rowan does end up being that person for her towards the end of the book. But
yes.
in the beginning, it was just like she felt like she had nobody, because she decided.
She felt like she didn't deserve anybody.
Yeah, she decided in the last book, like, her and Kayal weren't going to work out. She decided during this book, she thinks heavily about Kayal and her experiences with her, and she's like, yeah, this isn't going to work. She's actually still wearing his ring majority of this book, and towards the end, she's just like, me and Kayal can't be together, you know what I mean? After, I think she does blame him for Naima's death, because he had the opportunity to tell her that, you know, she had these things planned, or the king had these things planned, and he didn't tell her, which broke her trust. So,
well, also, can we okay, so I know that I said that I missed more. You know who I found comedic relief in this book?
What?
The kitchen crew that she was cooking with.
Yeah, it was like a little, it wasn't a
Baby,
little
they
kid,
were messy.
Yeah, they were.
Okay.
So, jumping back to Manon. Manon
yes.
is there with the other two clans, and they have to choose their wyvern. I can't say this freaking word. Their wyverns.
Wyvern.
Yeah.
Yes. There you go. You got it.
Right. And
they're creatures.
Yeah.
They gotta choose them.
Yeah, the workers there are showing all the witches, like, they just pretty much bring them out one at a time and show them. And there's like this real strong one, I think his name was Titus, and the witches are like, oh, the head of the clans are going to be fighting for these ones. And Manon ends up looking at Abraxos. Is that how you say his name?
Yes.
And
Abraxos.
Yeah, and he is battered and beaten. He's supposed to actually be a bait wyvern, right?
Yes.
But this man would not go down. And Manon looks at him and she says, that's the one I want right there.
Yes.
And her
I love this part.
Her grandmother's like, I want you to be wing leader. You gonna choose Abraxos? And Manon's like, yeah, I am. I'm choosing Abraxos.
And the witches were cackling. They were cackling. Because it feels like, and I understand. First of all, Manon's grandma is crazy as she is. When they say,
I mean, she will kill.
Crazy,
yeah, she don't mind killing somebody from her clan, just cause.
I ain't never seen crazy like this in my life, and it seems like everywhere Manon turns, she's like, just piss my grandma off. And she just.
But really, she don't want to piss her grandmother off. But she's also
she doesn't.
She's also like, but I want Abraxos, so.
She's very confident in who she is and her decision making. She trusts herself with things like that.
Yeah.
So my girl, she goes in and she patches Abraxos up with
spider silk.
It's that spider silk.
She went to go to the spider lair, right? And the spiders talked.
Okay.
Didn't the spiders have a Russian accent?
Here we go. They did. They sure did. They had a Russian accent in this audiobook. Okay, so this ties all the way back to when Selena got spider silk.
Yeah, it does.
This is a whole
This happened back in Assassin's Blade. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so she finds the same man that sold Selena spider silk, and he tells her where to get the spider silk from.
Yeah.
Now, the spider that weaves the spider silk, she takes like things from people. She takes youth. She takes time off of your life. And so the guy that ended up going, and he made a joke about it too. He was like, he was telling Manon, he was like, I'm not gonna lie, when they was talking about taking time off of my life, I thought they meant at the end. I come out, I look 20 years older, because he's supposed to be like 20 something, and he's supposed to be
40. The same age as Manon. pretty much.
Yes, and he looks like a grown
He's
man.
like, I'm your age.
Exactly. But he did it so that he could get the spider silk and sell it. So Manon, that's a whole like backstory that we had heard of before, and like Kiana said in Assassin's Blade.
Yeah.
Manon ends up going to these spiders, and the spider's very sassy, very cunning, very conniving. Manon not having it. She said, "Hey, I know what I'm here for." Like, she's bargaining with them. They make a slick comment. She just kills the spider, takes the spider silk. Boom, no more spider silk for nobody.
Yeah.
She uses that, patches the Braxos up. Now he don't have no holes in his wings. He is flying, okay? He is soaring. He is doing all of the things that Manon needs him to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Full circle.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it.
So,
I was like, ooh, this right here is what you get for being invested. Manon nurtured Abraxos like none other. She said, listen, you finna be my, what is it called? Wyvern. You finna be my wyvern. You finna be my dude. You finna be my guy. And now Abraxos don't play about Manon at all. 10 toes down.
And they kind of like understand each other. That's why Manon's drawn to him, because it's kind of like, it's like they are telepathically communicating, but they're not really doing that. It's just Manon and him just understand each other on a level that's different from everybody else.
But so back in Wendelin, Aelin finally masters her power, which is blue fire.
Yeah.
At first, she just had to learn how to create it, and then eventually she had to learn how to like use it as a tool, right? Like use it. Oh God bless you. That sounded like it came from the soul.
It did.
That was a deep one.
It kind of hurt, but it's all right.
My gosh.
Anyways,
okay.
Continue.
Oh, so that was serious. So eventually she learns how to yield weapons using her power. It got to a point, because she could not do it. And I can't remember if Rowan was pissed. I think it had something to do with music, actually, right?
They ended up going to some type of party, or they were celebrating something. And Rowan said, hey, stand here and keep the flames going, right? So she kept the flames going for hours, but it was wearing her out. And something could happen to where the magic will drive you crazy if you use too much of it.
Yeah,
and that was
or it can
happen.
like, she can burn herself alive.
Yeah.
She can get too hot.
And that's what was happening. She started burning herself alive. She was so hot. So Rowan picked her up. He burned himself and threw her in some cold water. Because
she was like really, he was like, you have to stop. Like, you have to like bring it back. Something made her emotionally.
It was the music. She was listening to the music, and she loves.
She was
music.
listening to the music.
Yeah, she loves music.
Yes.
So.
And she was like, "This is the most beautiful. This is another instance where we are told that Fae music, like Tamlin on that fiddle, is just apparently it is crazy." And you know, this made me think of too, because Sarah J. Maas ended up taking back the rights to her book because she was like, whoever she sold, I think it was to Hulu at first.
Yeah.
Whoever she sold the rights to at first, she was like, I want control, like creative control over, and so that's what she's trying to do, to like make a movie, make a show out of Throne of Glass, is that she wants to make sure that she has good, she said this in the Call Her Daddy interview, but she wants to make sure that she has as much creative control over it as possible, and she specifically cited down to the music. And I was like, okay, because whatever music you are talking about,
we need to hear, right?
I need to hear these fiddles. I need to hear these horns.
Right.
I need to hear these drums that you're talking about, because for Selena to go absolutely batshit, cannot control her fire, just about died.
Yeah. Well, how good this music was.
What's a song that'll make you do that?
Girl, I can't think of that right now. That was a...
I'll tell you mine. Mine is...
That reminded me of... You been watching Love on the Spectrum?
Yes! You know I do.
That reminded me of Tanner, because Tanner be asking questions and just be waiting for them to answer just so he can tell them his. He'd be like, I'm gonna tell you mine. What's your favorite animal? I'm gonna tell you mine.
Yeah, and they'll be like, I don't know. Well, I can tell you mine. Mine is a lion.
Right.
Yes.
I like chickens. I like ducks. I like.
Yes. But anyways, like I was saying, the song that'll make me do that is I don't know what the title is. But it is by The Weeknd. It's the one that's like, go tell your friends about it.
Oh, I know what you're talking about
Tell
too.
your friends about it. I'm a nigga with a hair that be singing about popping pills, fucking bitches, and all night. Yeah, that's mine. If you listen to it on full blast in a car, you'll know exactly
The
what I'm talking
Weeknd
about.
does have a very what word am I looking for? Hypnotizing voice, you know.
Yes.
He does.
Yes.
He does.
Oof. The things I would do to just listen to that man in the studio.
Right. Or live.
You know,
I'm pretty sure his concerts are probably real good.
He went to Moxie's one time while I was working there, but it was my day off. I was like, I work 6 days a week at this bitch.
So the one day you wasn't
The one day that I'm off.
Yeah.
The one day I'm off. You make sure that you're at Moxie's, please.
Right.
Don't ever do me like that again. The only people that I ended up running into was, what's his name? Girl, Tory Lanez lived in the condos above from Moxie, so he was walking around all the time with no security, which was crazy. He wore all white a lot, and he is very short. He is a very tiny man. So she ends up gaining control of her fire magic, and she does form her like a bond / an attachment to Rowan. Rowan starts to open up to her too about like his troubled past.
Yeah.
He lost his mate very suddenly. Well, they were at war. He came back home. His pregnant mate was. And the description of the loss that he felt after her death, I was like, I need me a man like that.
It was like a deep, deep black hole for him.
He like lost who he was. He was wandering in the woods.
He said he doesn't even remember those years because he was just so.
Somebody had to come and pick him back up again and be like, hey, that's enough of this.
Get it together.
He said for like 200 years he was walking around just lost.
Crazy, something crazy.
Oh, yes. Okay. And that was sexy to me. That was when I was like, oh, I know he wears some eyeliner.
Yeah. Maybe not Rowan. I don't think Rowan.
He gives Dark Daddy.
I mean, he does, but he also has, when I think of Dark Daddy, I think of them with like black hair. Rowan got, silver hair. He do have a black tattoo, going down his face.
He does. Huge.
Oh, something we do find out in this book as well is that that the king, similar to the tower in at the castle, had 2 more towers built. The rebels,
elsewhere.
Yeah. And so they're starting to connect the pieces of that. These towers are connected to when magic disappeared.
Yes. And the plot of trying to, because we always got to have a curated plan, an agenda, an itinerary, and part of that is finding more out about the word keys, specifically finding the last word key. Yeah. There is one word key that no one knows where it is, and also taking down these towers, destroying the towers. Yeah. To weaken whatever power, unknown yet, but to weaken whatever power it is giving the king and the dark magic. And to go to battle with the Volk princes. They got to do that too. It's a pretty big plan. At this time too, since we're getting to the end, so
Manon ends up making the crossing with Abraxos. We'll hit on Manon first. She makes the crossing with Abraxos. I think there's like some type of competition they have to take part of now.
For her to become wing leader.
To make her wing leader. They do the competition. The 13 ends up winning it, but the Yellow Legs try to kill like the other clan lead, not the clan leader, but the heir. Manon ends up saving her, but her wyvern dies. Not Manon's, but the other girl's wyvern. But she's very appreciative for that. So Manon is
because that is not a thing that witches do. Yeah, they don't. They don't have empathy. They don't save each other. Yeah. They don't save other people. Like, they're very selfish.
And that was another thing that pissed her grandmother off, because showing
because it showed weakness.
Showing empathy is a weak thing for a witch.
They'd be battering the hell out of each other. Yeah, it's the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Rowan,
I'm like, y'all, sisters.
Ends up telling Selena that people with powers, fae with powers, can have something called a Karanam, which is somebody you could bond to that, it's kind of like a blood bond, but it's somebody you bond to, and you could take their power source and fuel your own power. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Um,
Oh, yes.
Rowan and Selena end up finding out that they're Karanam, so they are able to do that because only certain people could do it together. Not everybody could do it.
So they end up going to battle against the Bald Princess. It was crazy because the only similar scene that we had like this was at the end of at the end of Throne of Glass.
Mm-hmm.
Where she's like battling with magic, is what I'm saying. Cause remember, what's his name? That big ass beast
Cain.
of a man.
Yeah, Cain.
Cain. Okay. Oh, perfect. Fitting.
Yeah.
Biblically too. Mm-hmm. Just out here to cause havoc. Even when it was only like 3 people on Earth, he was trying to kill somebody. Mm-hmm. But Cain, when he like opened up that whole portal, this is kind of like that, and it is psychologically just like, it's crazy. Mm-hmm. But this is also the battle that leads Selena to accept herself as Aelin. Mm-hmm. So what ends up happening is there's like 3 Volk princes, and because they have their like possession powers, they take Selena into like the deepest, darkest parts of her mind and torture her that way.
So this is when we learn about Selena and how her parents died, right? Because she has a total flashback of the day that her parents got
make
murdered.
Her relive it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They make her relive it. And I'm pretty sure the whole like running away scene as well, like when it unlocks all of these memories that Selena has tried to block out for years.
Yeah. I think during the flashback though, she realizes that she had an amulet that her mother gave her, right?
Yes.
She had and when she came out the river.
We go through the whole flashback.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When she came out,
she hid in the river.
Yeah. When she
came
out, Arwen was there to save her. She thought the amulet was lost in the river, but it clicks to her during this flashback that Arwen has the amulet, and then she realizes that the amulet is actually. Or is this something she's told by Maeve? But she finds out that the amulet is the last word key that she has to go get. So now she's already planning. Well, let's finish this off first. So she ends up defeating the Valg Princess, right? She comes out of this
with her
torture, and she ends up defeating them. They're also getting attacked by other Vogs, I think, that Rowan and his crew are taking care of. But after they defeat the Vogue princes, Rowan and Selena agree to go see Maeve, because now Maeve has to give her the answers, right? Selena defeating these 3 Vogue princes makes it all the way back to Rifthold, right? And so they start calling her like Fireheart or something like that.
Fireheart, yeah.
That's her nickname. And it spreads that Aelin is alive. So now everybody's like, okay, Aelin is alive.
She also takes the bond that Rowan and Maeve have together, and he essentially like switches it out.
Yeah.
For having a bond with Aelin.
Yeah, they ended up doing a blood bond together. So Aelin goes to see Maeve, and Maeve wants something from Selena. When she was battling this river monster, which we didn't really bring up because, it's not really a big topic, but she ends up getting Maeve's like first husband's, she finds his like ring and stuff. And so Maeve's like, I want that. Selena's like, well, I want Rowan, right? And Selena sets Maeve's whole city on fire, everywhere besides like the castle. And so Maeve agrees to break Rowan's blood bond, and Rowan ends up giving the blood bond to Selena.
She shows her a vision as well of everyone chanting Aelin's name. And Aelin being able to like burn down Maeve's entire city. Like There's another scene that's like that too. Oh, think of like Twilight, right? Like at the end of Breaking Dawn, where there's like that vision, and they see how it ends, and then they're like, "Oh, we actually don't want to go to battle with y'all no more."
Yeah.
That's essentially what happens between Aelin and Maeve. Mm-hmm. And then Aelin decides, okay, well, now that that's done, I'm gonna go back to Rifthold because I have a throne to claim.
Yeah.
And people to save.
Yeah. And
this is fun.
So that happens. They decide to go back, or Aelin has to go back by herself because magic is not freed yet in Rifthold, right?
Yes.
Then we switch to Chaos' point of view. Chaos, Dorian, and Sorsha all get called to
the throne room.
Yes. The king pretty much says Sorsha has been working with the rebels and has been giving information to them about the castle.
And he does this so maliciously, and he's like, oh, so you guys have something going on, because they're trying to keep it a secret about the romance that they have. And then his dad is like, well, did you know that she has been betraying you and selling all of your secrets? We found this letter to somebody outside of the castle that she has been watching you and reporting back to rebels about what you've been doing and X, Y, and Z. Behead Sorsha.
But before the beheading could happen, or while it's happening, Dorian unleashes his magic, right? The king laughs. He's like, I knew you had magic in you. Dorian looks at Chaol and tells Chaol to run, right? So Chaol, he
does. He high knees it out of there.
Yeah, gets
like
out
that
of there.
cop from. Put a clip of the cop from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatball. How he runs.
So Chaol books it out. Adian
there is a Chaol shaped hole in the door.
Yeah.
They're trying to essentially talk the king down from not killing Sorsha, and he does anyways.
Yeah.
And then after Sorsha is killed, I mean, Dorian is pissed, but they end up being able to detain him, and they put a collar around his neck that is made of the same material as the black rings. And Dorian goes just like blank, and he is completely possessed. He loses all of the ability to like think for himself, to feel for himself. He becomes a robot and does exactly what the king needs him to do at every command. That is how.
But doesn't Adian get locked up and brought to?
Oh, he sure does. I can't remember exactly why, but yes, Adian does end up going to prison. I think it's revealed, if I'm not wrong, I think it's revealed that he was betraying the king
to work with the rebels.
And also to work with the rebels, and also that his black ring was a fake decoy, so that he wasn't. He was supposed to be portraying himself as completely under the same like guise as like Dorian is. Like he was supposed to be submitted to this power, but it ends up coming out that his black ring was fake, and he was not under that power at all. Which gets him thrown into prison, and eventually he's awaiting trial to be killed publicly.
So Chaol's the only one who escapes, and and then the scene Cheyenne talked about with Dorian getting the neck, like the way the scene was described, y'all, like
you are teary-eyed for real. You are like, no.
You're in Dorian's point of view. He's using his magic. Chaol escapes, and the king also has magic, right? And he like sends these like black, pretty much shadows,
masses,
at him. And then he clips the end of the last sentence is like Dorian getting a collar clipped on him. And you're like, no, not Dorian.
No, there's no way. There's no way. And what the hell is this collar gonna do to him? Because you're thinking like, if everyone of like lower status is wearing a ring, what the fuck is this collar?
No,
going
because
to do to him?
that one of the Valak princes had a collar on. Like the head of them had the collar on. So I think it's Selena talks more about it like in Queen of Shadows.
The end of Queen of Shadows was like the end of Heir of Fire. The Heir of Fire had me the ending had me in shambles. Because I am like, it was one of those, it's just like with every other book in the series. You close that one, where is the next book? Mm-hmm. Get up, go get it. Take a pee break, and then we're locked in again.
Immediately.
It's crazy. There is just yes, I suggest this for like book club readings because y'all will have a ball.
Yeah.
A ball.
If you haven't read Throne of Glass yet, highly recommend. Highly recommend.
Yes.
It is the best fantasy series I've read yet. So.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. Like, you get in so deep.
Yeah.
You get all the lore. You get in so deep. It's just, it's crazy.
Yeah.
We're back in Rifthold.
Yeah. Back in Rifthold.
Selena is now straight Adian Ash River. Or no, sorry, Adian Ash River. Aha! God damn it. Aelin Galathinius. It's too many names for the main character to be
we got
one person in the front, one person in the back. Ash River and Galathinius. It's just, it's a mess. Okay. So, she is officially Aelin Galathinius. She goes, I'm pretty sure she dyes her hair like a bright, like a red color.
Yeah, so she's not
she
noticed.
Is in disguise. Yeah, and she cuts it. She dyes and cuts it, so she's not noticed. First place that she goes to is this bar, this pub, this deep down in the dirt place. That I think that also has those fighting rings in it. But she goes there, and her first plan of action is to meet up with Arabin, who is apologetic.
This is the first time we've seen Arabin since
he locked her up.
Or was it Assassin's Blade? I don't even think we saw him in Throne of Glass.
No,
it was Assassin's Blade.
Throne of Glass. Because remember when she was getting shipped off as a slave, we find out that he's part of that plan.
Yeah, that was the end of Assassin's Blade. We haven't seen him since Assassin's Blade. Ooh,
goodness. But he's back, and he is very apologetic. He knows that Aelin knows exactly what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
So he is like, really, I loved you.
He says one quote, and he's like, he pretty much tells her, because he's, he is apologetic. He's like, I had to do that. He's like, I don't like sharing my things. Right?
Yep.
And you're like, and...
Ew!
Yeah. Oh, you old ass.
Because he raised her. Yeah, he helped raise her.
Right.
But he's making, like, passes at her. He is saying, like, I will do anything that you need me to do so that you can trust me again. And she is like, whatever. Yeah, Arabin is basically in love with him, and but she has a secret motive to kill him. Mm-hmm. Now, the way that comes about, it gets crazy.
Yeah, really.
Then we meet up with Lysandra again.
Yeah.
In the brothel, she also has like a little girl who at first we're kind of like, and she's like, this is not my child.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay.
Right.
She's just protecting the kid.
Mm-hmm.
They become besties.
They become close. Yeah, they do.
And they were like, we were fighting like sisters.
Yeah.
Like, I was just always jealous of you because I thought that Arabin loved you more. And Lysandra was like, girl, I was just jealous of you because I thought Arabin loved you more. And they're like, kiki, oh my gosh. So it just ends up being great, okay? Yeah. We end up in the same tunnels that Selena almost died by Dookie flood. When Sam came to save her. There is a man that is being dragged in these tunnels and taken into a secret place. What we're finding out is that there are people around town that have been getting possessed by these, by dark forces. She meets Nezarin.
Yeah, so she goes in there because she's been following the rebels because she knows she's looking for Chaos.
Yeah.
We meet Nezarin brings her. Yeah, I think Nezarin brings her to Chaos, and
yes. And at first, they kind of going back and forth.
Aelin's like, they got something going on, but she meets Chaos.
But they're also her and Nezarin kind of when they first meet, they like they basically like, I'm gonna kill you, and she like, nah, I'm gonna kill you.
Right.
No, I'm gonna.
Yeah, like. Right.
Yeah, exactly. Why exactly? Why should I trust you. It's like that TikTok where they bump into each other while they're walking. They're like,
excuse me.
Yeah, it's like that. But she ends up leading him to chaos. She hears his voice and she's like,
first time. And yeah,
and he is beaten. And she's like, what are y'all doing?
Yeah, they're both very cold to each other. Like,
yeah.
But K.O. was acting like a bitch. Like the first,
he
like
sure
this
he was
whole
so mad
beginning
at
of the
her.
book, like he's blaming her for shit that he did. Like,
right.
He's like, oh well, you went to Wendland. You sent me to Wendland. What are you talking
about? You
about?
sent me to Wendland after you didn't tell me that my best friend was being killed.
Right. Like,
and you knew she was my bestie.
He was acting just so, he pretty much, like, it just seems like he just hates Aelin. Like, he hates her, hates who she is, hates that, because he doesn't like the Fae, so hates that she's Fae, like.
That she's half Fae, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm like, don't be racist.
Right. Right.
We don't like that.
Yeah.
We just don't like that. But K.O. ends up helping her, like, joining the little clan anyways. He still does honor the loyalty that he has to Aelin, even if he is very, very, very upset with her. So then we move on to Adian's rescue. So this is the closest call, y'all. When I say in the nick of time, like, there were a couple strands of his head, or, like, of his hair that were already chopped off when they went to go get him. But they end up helping him escape. I believe this is also when Aelin realizes the power that is controlling Dorian.
Yeah.
And she's like,
yeah, because
another person I gotta save. Another thing on the to-do list.
Because Aelin fought the Vogue Princes and they had collars on, K.O. is like, we need to save Dorian, right?
Yes.
And Aelin's like, I'm gonna kill Dorian. He has a collar on. There's no coming back for him, right?
Yes.
So I think while saving Adian, while she's leaving the castle, she runs into Dorian and she's trying to get it out of him. She says, Dorian, it's me, it's Selena, like, are you in there? Tell me you're in there. And the Vogue Prince pretty much just laughs at her and says, he's gone, like, he's not coming back. So she's about to...
It's interesting too because we also hear the point of view of, like, Dorian, or, like, we understand, we're told, I don't know if it's, like, from the point of view of anybody per se, but, like,
the point of view of
we
Dorian.
are known.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And him
that
being
he's, like, trapped and trying.
Yeah.
Yes, and he is trying so hard to, like, come through, and I'm like, ooh, this is so freaking creative.
He doesn't
this
remember
is so
his
good.
name. When he first sees Aelin, he doesn't even know that's Aelin. He's just like, I see this girl, she looks familiar, but I don't know who that is. Right?
Yes, he is also being, like, trapped and suppressed and, like, tortured the same way that Aelin was when she was battling the Vogue Princes, essentially. Yeah. So he's constantly, like, even Manon said something about it, like, that there were, like, certain shifts in the conversations that they would have together, or, like, there were times where he was just, like, teary-eyed for whatever reason. Okay, but anyways, back to Rifthold. So, now that Adian is out, we got, Rowan's not there, we do have Chaol and Nezarin, and they essentially, they have to...
Well, Rowan shows up soon, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. Okay. Oh, yes, he does. Yes, he does. He shows up before, like, while they're still making this plan. I can't remember what exactly they needed from... Arabin. They needed some type of information.
He has the amulet, so she's trying to get the amulet.
He has the amulet. Yes. Which they end up being able to retrieve, and then Arabin also thinks that he put a ring on Selena, and that Selena was going to follow his commands, the same way that, like, they did.
Oh my gosh! Tell it with some enthusiasm.
I'm sorry.
So,
it's pathetic.
Aelin,
he wanted her to be his slave.
Yeah, Aelin, they were talking about something. It was like the night before Arobin was about to die. Oh, it was when he was. It was when he was giving her the amulet, right? So it's just him and her. You have Rowan and Adian on the other side of this door, right? They're speaking, and Arobin's kind of just, after he gives her the amulet, she gets up. She's about to walk out. And Arabin's like, you know I love you, right? It's like he grabs her and says, you know I love you. And she turns around and he slips one of the black rings on her.
Yes.
From, it was from somebody, a prince that they killed, or one of the Valg somethings. But yeah, so you're left for like a couple chapters thinking
that Selena is under her, because he was like, will I see you tomorrow? And she's like responding to him as if she is under the spell of
he's
the
like,
ring.
say I love you. And she said, I love you.
I love you, Arabin. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, right.
It was gross and disgusting. That's why I couldn't say it with much enthusiasm.
But
because I'm like, ew.
It happens that Aelin had a feeling this was gonna happen, so she switched the Valg guy's ring with a fake one that she had Lysandra make for her. And
because they had to capture somebody that was possessed by the dark magic for whatever reason.
Because Arabin was very interested in researching them. So. Exactly.
So they did end up, it was like a one-off side quest, but they did end up doing that, and then we learned that she switched his rings, and that's how all of that happened.
And she's like 3 steps ahead this whole book, you know?
This entire book.
Our girl...
and so, and then we get to Arabin's actual death, okay? So it kind of, I think it works a little bit backwards, like, we know that he's dead before we find out how he died. Apparently, when they were at dinner one night, I'm pretty sure she like slipped him poison first.
I think so. Yeah, I do think so. I can't exactly remember, but
he is still a client of Lysandra. So she'd be spending the night at his house regularly or whatever. They go upstairs to go to sleep, and he's already like succumbing to this poison. Lysandra gets up and stabs him. Multiple times. And in a previous conversation, Aelin gave Lysandra the option of if she wanted to kill him or not.
She said, I think you deserve to do this. Yeah.
I think you deserve to do this.
Because,
and Lysandra was like, absolutely, I want to.
Like, we find out that Lysandra, she was, we knew that she was bought by Arabin with the like long ago in Assassin's Blade, that Arabin used Selena's money that she gave him to buy Lysandra. So Lysandra is Arabin's property, and she's, like Cheyenne says, she sleeps with him every night. And so it's pretty much like unconsensual, like, you know what I'm saying, sex that they've been having for over the years. So Aelin's
because
like,
she still doesn't have her freedom from the brothel.
Yeah.
She still has to pay back like the madam of the brothel because she ended up saving the girl, which like put her in even more debt. The whole reason why that little girl stays with her is because Lysandra bought the little girl so that she wouldn't get beaten, so that she wouldn't be subject to what Lysandra was subject to at such a young age, which put Lysandra in a stupid amount of debt that she would not be able to pay back, and that's why she's still stuck to like Arabin never paid her debt back, but it's a whole thing that she's basically like stuck there. So yes, this is fully it's unconsensual. It's terrible, but I'm glad that she was able to stab him. Arabin shows up, they show back up at the keep in the morgue, and they're like, oh my god, Arabin is dead, what's gonna happen, and Lysandra, along with everybody else from the keep that Selena still has beef with because they treated her piss poorly, they're all there trying to figure out who's in the will and what's going to get what. Selena gets everything.
She's been planning this whole time, going to different bakes and all that other stuff. She puts her name in the will to receive everything.
Everything.
And so...
And Lysandra's madam pissed.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she gets everything. I'm pretty sure she ends up just giving that. Did she give the house to them? No, she kicks him out the house. She was like, I'm the main person in this keep now. Yeah, they were like, where are we supposed to go? I don't care. Yeah. She didn't care, not one bit. And then she also ends up buying Lysandra's freedom.
Yeah.
We also learn in this book that Lysandra is a shapeshifter.
Yeah, before magic is even freed, Lysandra opens up to them. Rowan could sense it on her, so when Rowan showed up, he was like, I smell something. He's like, shapeshifter. And Aylin's like, what? And she's like,
Yeah.
yeah, like, and she opens up and says, this isn't even my real body. I don't even remember what I look like. She said, I was using this
Yeah.
body. She said, because when she was poor, when she was younger, prettier girls would get more money when they begged, right? So Lysandra
Yes.
stole a little girl's body,
Girl, she
and
said sometimes she would be a mouse, sometimes
yeah,
she would be a cat,
mm-hmm,
whatever she needed to be to get some food.
yeah,
And yeah, she went into a prettier little girl's body.
mm-hmm,
But then she was in that body when magic got taken away. She was never able to shift back to
yeah,
who she was.
mm-hmm,
So she has no idea what she actually
yeah,
looks like anymore.
mm-hmm,
She couldn't even she couldn't even shift back to who she was at the time either, because now she would be more like grown up.
yeah,
She says. So she was like, even if I did remember what I looked like, that would not be like the same person that I am now.
mm-hmm,
So I wouldn't even know who to shift into.
yeah.
She ends up favoring this snow leopard.
Yeah, Adian tells her a story about the leopards from Terracin and how
Yes.
deadly they could be. And Lysandra's like, right? So yeah, when magic is
She
freed,
started fucking with people.
yeah, when magic is freed, she loves being this leopard. So that's her go-to.
Yes. Okay.
Now we get into some
Where are
deep
we?
stuff.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we do. So they try to. I don't think this is in order. Okay, so we do find out that the word keys do have like world-ending power.
Yeah.
They can end the entire world. They end up setting up again another elaborate plan to go rescue Dorian from his father. I don't believe it was supposed to be as destructive as it went, but sometimes, things happen and whole cities get burnt to smithereens and glass castles fall. What can I say? She knew. She said from the first book, all it takes is something real heavy to hit that castle and it's coming down. Foreshadowing. Okay. Oh, actually, we jumped to Manon first, right?
Yeah. Manon is still at, what is the place called? Like Morath.
Morath.
And is wing leader. I just can't for the life of me remember what be happening, but she starts to favor
it was
this
because
girl named Alid, right?
Yes,
so Alid,
who can't really read or write.
yeah, Alid is actually from Terracin. She is actually the daughter of the mother that saved Selena's life and got her to run away after her parents were killed, right?
Yes, her mom was the nanny of the Galathinian family, and she was the one that essentially was like, I'm gonna go distract them. You need to go and you need to run and hide.
Yeah.
And Aylin remembers like her mom's death as well. They have no idea that Aylin has no idea that she's connected to this girl. She hasn't seen this girl ever since, but she is like, that is my queen, and whatever happens, like, I'm gonna go find her.
Yeah. So Manon starts favoring her. Alid's only plan is to leave Morath. She hates being there. She's there because of her uncle, and but Manon kind of likes broken things, so she takes an interest in Alid because she has this. Did you bring up her ankle? She starts using her, and then Alid is asked by Duke Parrington to pick a coven to pretty much birth Vogs in.
Yes.
Yeah. So they want to use witch blood. Like, the witch bloodline has something to do with the Vogue. I think the Vogue created witches long ago.
Yes.
And they want to use
and this
their
is also
womb.
why we find out too that because the witches and the king, they historically have beef, and so that was like a big question for Manon, is like, why are we all of a sudden making deals with the king? Like, don't we hate him? And it comes out, or it's uncovered, that the reason why he is wanting to work with the witches is not just for protection, but also because he wants to use witches to, like Kiana said, birth other Vogs.
Yeah.
So they basically, like, impregnate
Yeah.
and strap down the witches and, like, cut the Vogs out of them. And then, like, leave the witches to die, basically. And they want to do this, like, en masse. And so learning that has Manon, she gets into an argument with her second first. And we learned that her second had something similar happen where she got pregnant by someone that wasn't like approved of
by the grandmother,
by the grandmother. And she had a very, I'm not going to get into too much detail because it's pretty gruesome, but she had a very gruesome, like, birthing story. She ended up losing her child. And also, baby witches or, like, fetus witches are seen as of the utmost importance to the witches. Mm-hmm. And so, for somebody to be doing that to witches and for witches to be putting, like, working to do that to other witches is like a big no.
It just doesn't align with Manon's morals,
their beliefs.
So she is trying to contact her grandmother. She's trying to figure out, like, what do I do? They're trying to they're trying to use witches to birth these Vogues, right?
Yes. And her grandmother is not responding at this point. But Manon is starting to question her loyalty. Like, at first she's like, okay, this is our mission, this is what we're doing, and then she learns that and she's like,
yeah,
I don't know if I can do this.
So Lysandra gets kidnapped by the king, and they bring him to. They're going.
And I'm not gonna lie, I was excited for them to meet. I was like, oh, they're going to be a powerful duo, baby. They got beef.
Yeah, they do. They do.
They got beef.
Mm-hmm. And yes, they go with the goal to free Lysandra, but they run into the witch clans. And Dorian's also there. This is when he meets Manon and has that conversation. And Manon understands something about Dorian, even though he's still the Vogue Prince. She could kind of see past the Vogue Prince, right? So
yeah, she can like see it in his eyes.
Yeah,
like there's something going on here. Yeah.
So and
but,
Dorian actually
he
does snap out of the Vogue Prince for a second. He becomes himself
for a second
while talking to Manon. So yeah, that happens.
That's how she was able to see it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's how she was able to see it. I do want to say, this is what solidified to me. I was like, oh my gosh, they're not even going to be besties. Like, they're going to be ops. But it was funny too because they were also like, they respected each other, they admired each other, but they were like, you on the other side, so
yeah.
Okay,
right.
I gotta follow these orders, but
right.
Mm-hmm. But if it was another time and place, we would be right here. You know what I mean? But they can't be outside together just yet.
Yeah, not yet.
So, so they end up going. Now the last thing is that they just need to save Dorian, right? And Kayal and Aelin make a deal that if Dorian does in fact need to die, Kayal will kill him. Mm-hmm. She will give that to Kayal. Mm-hmm. So they end up going back to the castle, where everyone, the glass castle. And Aelin and crew are able to remove the collar from Dorian. He regains control, but he's changed because he has been so brutally tortured psychologically in his mind that his energy is just different, and he also is having to like regain the memory of certain things.
Well, wasn't Dorian at first trying to like, I thought that the plan was not even Dorian. I thought they were going to blow up the tower, and in blowing up the tower,
it was a 2-part plan.
Oh, okay.
Because remember, she's not with Rowan or Adian.
Yeah,
Half of the crew is in the castle.
Yeah.
Yes. Aelin is in the castle. Everyone else is on the outside trying to blow the castles up. That's why she keeps looking, or blow the towers up. That's why she keeps looking at the clock.
Yeah.
Because she's like, at this time, this is supposed to happen. And she is so traumatized from looking at that clock with Sam and being like, so she makes sure that she knows what time it is.
Yeah.
So both things are happening simultaneously. But yeah, Dorian is out, and then we have the final scene with the king before we get to like everything else. But we do have a pretty pivotal moment with the king when it is revealed that this whole time the king has also been under the control of a Vogue entity the entire time. He is not the king that we know and hate is not the king, in fact. it is revealed that way back in the day, and this is also how we know that the king already knew who Selena was, okay? They're all at a dinner party, and the Vold King, after taking over the king, tries to slip like some...
Wait, hold on, pause. Okay,
it was that black worm thing.
Yeah, but the Vold King, Erewhon is his name, right?
Erewhon.
He didn't possess the king. He possessed Duke Parrington. Duke Parrington is actually Erewhon. Yes. The king had some type of subordinate close to Erewhon who possessed him. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think his name was it was something crazy.
Yeah.
Like Ed. It started with an Ed. Uh-huh. I don't remember exactly what it was. But it was like an Edward or something like that. I don't know. But anyways, yes. So he is possessed by the very slight subordinate. It's the slightest insubordinacy, but it's still very powerful, which is why. Mm-hmm. Yes. I want to call them cohorts almost. Mm-hmm. But Aylin's family came over for dinner one time, and he tried to put the darkness into Aylin, and it didn't stick. It actually came out her nose. She was creeped out by it. They thought that they were like, it was either someone thought it was an accident, someone thought it was on purpose. Mm-hmm. We ended up finding out that it was on purpose. It was nasty. I just imagined like a black worm coming out her nose, okay? But from that point, he knew that Aylin, because the king, not the entity, but the king saw it as, this is my ticket out of possession. And so he sent off people to go find Aylin because he needed someone to help him. Mm-hmm. But the entity needed anything that was going to rival any like Vold magic out. So they ended up just wiping everybody out. But that is also why he has been on the hunt for Aylin, because he thought that was going to be his saving grace. Mm-hmm. So but when the entity leaves him, he begins to like disintegrate, like decay. He started getting cataracts in the eyes. They said his eyes got all cloudy, and he was just like, I don't know, it looked like it, in my mind, it looked like he was melting.
Yeah.
Aylin in shambles. She's like, what? No way, this can't be real. And Dorian is like, kill his ass.
Yeah. Dorian has no sympathy for it. Hates that man.
He's like,
Right? He don't care if that wasn't his real daddy or not. He said he needed to go.
He immediately. And so he can't believe his father, but then he's also kind of like back and forth about it. Simultaneously, they are blowing up them towers. I can't remember what they said that the towers were to help.
The towers were made to block out
control the magic.
Yeah, to stop to ban the magic. And you find out it's like in this triangle. And so blowing up one of the towers has freed magic. So yeah, everybody has their magic freed now because they blew up one of the towers.
Yes, and so now magic is flowing free, but then we find out that, sure, that's cool, but the Vold knows or can sense magic, and with magic roaming free, even the people that don't know that they have magic are now at major risk, because the Vold is going to want their magic, because they can just take it, right? And so now they're like, well, shit, like, we got magic and that's cool, but now we done put a lot of people at risk of being like in harm's way with the Vold.
Yeah.
And
then they learn, you kind of learn in this book too that Erewhon, they know Erewhon is the king of darkness, right?
Yes.
Because they're like, they found it in the tunnels one time. So they're like, oh shoot.
Because this
king,
is connection. This is Elena's man. Ain't she?
Who?
Ain't he? Isn't that Elena's husband?
Elena? Oh, yeah, he had something to do with we find out. I think we find out in the next book actually, but yeah, we find out that they didn't kill Erewhon like they've learned in the books. That Erewhon was actually just locked up. Right, so
yes,
I forgot his name.
Like Dorian.
Was it like
or
Grave?
Not Dorian?
What's
Dorian.
Grave?
We also learned that Elena is, or Selena is descendant of Elena. Aylin.
Yeah. On her side.
That's like her
family.
great
Yeah.
grandmama or something like that. They were connected, and that's how she was able to talk to her.
Yeah.
Because she was like, oh my gosh, my descendant. Hey, girl.
So now,
all these generations.
Yeah. So now the glass castle is broken. King is dead.
Girl, that thing came tumbling down.
Yeah. And Selena announces to everybody. Well, she makes
says,
this glass dome or something with her fire, so it doesn't kill anybody. But she stands up in front of everybody. She says, "Hey, the king is dead." She said, "I am Aelin Galathynius. I am the queen of Terrasen. The king is dead. Dorian is now the king of Rifthold." Right? She makes that announcement.
But she was like, "I'm speaking for him because he is basically battered and bruised."
Yeah.
She said, "There is no slavery.
Yeah.
There is no." She basically said, "Don't act a fool, and if I find you acting a fool, y'all will be killed."
Yeah, you're gonna answer to me, right?
I am speaking for the king until he is well enough to speak again for himself.
So the news of
she is strict, honey.
The king of Aderlin's death reaches Morath, and Parrington's like, okay, we gotta get the witches in the air, but Kaltain appears. Right.
Yes.
Kaltain. Manon is also interested in Kaltain this whole book because she's just this person with power that is just a slave, right? And Kaltain appears and goes to Elide, cuts out of her arm a black stone, right? And because they're sending Elide to Terrasen, and she tells Elide, take this to Selena Sardothian, right? Elide has no idea Selena Sardothian and Aelin are the same person. Aelin. Yeah. But then Kaltain uses her fire, which is like black fire, to destroy Morath and also herself. So she sacrificed herself to destroy Morath and help Manon and Elide escape.
Get
and the 13
safety.
Escape.
And I'm not gonna lie, this book was a little gruesome. I was like, ew. It was given when Feyre was in them dungeons, honey.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh. Ooh. Cut it out her arm?
She did.
Ooh.
She did.
I was like, it was tough. But when Aelin did reclaim her power, it was giving, she said, if y'all got slaves, it was that one scene from Taken when he was like, you on my phone. He was like, I will find you and I will kill you.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? She don't play about the slaves. She runs a tight ship. She is strict.
Yeah, after the whole thing with the king happened, we didn't really bring this up, but Chaol gets hit before Dorian is able to kill the king. Chaol gets into it with the king, and Chaol is now paralyzed from the waist down. So he can no longer walk. Dorian, as king, orders Chaol. Well, first he makes Chaol his hand, right? I think is what it's called. And then he orders him to go to, what is that continent called?
It starts with an A. The one that Homegirl is at from
no, not Nezrin.
No. Irene.
Yeah, Irene. I don't know. Oh, it starts with one.
Yes, Irene. The one that we met in Assassin's Blade.
Yeah.
The barkeeper that Selena sent off to the healing place.
Yeah.
It's something crazy. It's something crazy. It's a crazy name, I remember.
Yeah.
But hold on. I think it's actually in the book. Hold on. Let me pull up the map. I'll find it. We gon' find you. We gon' find you so you can run and tell that. We did all that research. Okay. We argued about it.
Cheyenne, it should be on the map. Are you looking at the map?
I'm looking at it right now. I'm finding it. Do you see how big?
Wait,
girl,
let me see. What book are you? No, Cheyenne, you need the Tower of Dawn book. It's not gonna have it on there.
Why?
Because it's two different maps. You look at it. You know I look at maps. I know my maps.
But she.
It's a whole nother continent in the south. It's not on that map.
Tower of Dawn. God damn it! My book is all the way across. Hold on. And don't yell at me like that again. So yeah, he has to go to the Torre Chesme in Antica to go get healed. Hopefully they can heal him. But Dorian is like, Chaol is like, I'm not finna leave my king. I'm the hand of the king. He's like, well, you can't be the hand of the king if you can't walk.
Yeah. So him and Nezrin go on a trip to the south so he could go get healed.
And this is also their arc. This is when they're like, well, I'm in love with you, and you're not gonna go by yourself. You can't even protect yourself. You can't walk. Right. So I'm going with my man.
Right.
And he was like, I'm your man. And she was like, you're my man. It was cute. It was cute.
Then Selena does give Lysandra a property in her kingdom.
Makes her a lady.
Yeah, and makes her a lady. But Duke Parrington and Vernon survived the fire Lysandra put at Morath. Mm-hmm. So they're still alive. Oh yeah, Selena asked, or Aelin asked Chaol when he goes down to the southern continent, can you try to get some allies? Because we finna be at war. So
yes,
your goal is to also get some allies while you're down in the southern continent, as well as get healed. And yeah, then Selena goes and makes her way up to Terrasen to...
Well, everybody is beat, honey. Yeah. Everybody is beat down to the ground. Everybody is hurt.
Right.
And they're all staying in this inn together for a little bit. Or I think they're staying in the Stone Castle together for a little bit. They spent a couple nights there just to kind of try to get themselves back together. Yeah. I just know that they woke up the next morning hurt. They were down bad. They were all in bed.
I'm tired of this shit.
I'm tired. I'm tired, Grandpa. And here go Aelin. Well, I'm queen. I gotta let these people know what it is and what it ain't.
We still got ops out there we have to defeat. Mm-hmm. So
it's like that one gif of Lotto where she's like, okay, so just a wrap up of everything that we covered. Going into the tandem read, this is what's going on. Okay, we got Selena, fully Aelin.
Yeah.
Selena in the past. Who is she? We are Aelin now. She is Aelin.
Yeah.
Okay. Magic in the world.
Yeah.
Fully. Mm-hmm. The Vogue, threat central.
Yeah.
And everybody that's, associated with it. Fuck ass Parrington and
Vernon.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. There was a third one, though. Who is the one from way back when? He is old as hell and just keeps... He was in a box. He was...
In a box?
He was locked up. He wasn't... I guess that's just the Vold King, right?
Yeah, I mean, Duke Parrington is the Vold King. He's Erewhon.
Okay. Yeah. Erewhon. That's what I was looking for. That's what I had in my head, but I'm like, Erewhon, Arabin, Alien, Aelin. Just too much. We got them. Dorian, Magic. Mm-hmm. We need alliances for the war against Erewhon. Mm-hmm. That's probably going to be, not even probably, that's side quest 101. If you know anything about fantasy, baby, trying to get them allies, you got to go many places. It's a lot of traveling. Okay, but yes, the Vold King is our main op. He is the mastermind behind everything. Erewhon is already building armies south of Morath. Primary antagonist, committing crimes against witches also. So, that kind of conflict is already kind of weakening the other side because we do know that Manon and the 13, they not fucking with it. They don't want none of that. And then we have the continental conflict that we have multiple kingdoms and factions in the continents, okay? They basically all got to choose a side. Aelin has to gather allies to even reclaim Terrasen in the first place. The witches, wild card. We don't know where they're going to land. I'm, impartial just because I feel like Manon and Aelin would just go great together. Human kingdoms are also choosing sides. Some of them like the magic, some of them don't. Okay? They think that I'm human, I don't have no magic, so it's very easy for y'all to overpower me. I don't really want to do nothing with that. Okay? But battles, that also feeds into, battles are going to be a lot more devastating because magic is free. We thought the Vold was cute when magic wasn't free. Magic is completely free. Everything can be a battleground. So basically the entire world is going to war. Yeah. Okay? Aelin's goal... Stop the Vold.
Yeah.
Stop the Vold King. And that's it. Number one goal.
And that's where we're at right now. Going into...
And don't kill my man. And Fleetfoot better stay untouched.
Yeah. And, what is it? Empire of Storms. So yeah.
Yes.
And we're ready for that. So Cheyenne,
I'm
thoughts,
I'm so
feelings,
heavily
ratings
invested.
on these two books?
I can't even rate the books by themselves anymore.
Yeah, that's how I feel personally. It is more of a series thing now. Well, because they just all bleed in together so well as well, you know.
Yes.
So I
Yes.
will say Air of Fire.
It's just a part of me
Air of
now.
Fire, little slow in the beginning, still great ending.
Had a world built.
Queen of Shadows, it was just shit going on
Crazy
the whole time. There was no breaking that. So
on a scale of just wild, okay, from what we've read already, on a scale of wild, I'm gonna put Assassin's Blade at the bottom. Okay. I'm gonna put Air of Fire at number 2. I'm gonna put Throne of Glass at number 3. Crown of Midnight number 4. This is in this order, to like from least to most wild. 5 being the most wild. Queen of Shadows. I'm sorry, but that revelation about Dorian's daddy, I still go back and forth with me and my personalities.
I kind of thought he was Erewhon, right? But to hear
Yes.
that it's Duke Parrington, Parrington is Erewhon, you know?
It was crazy because, yes, and I understand why. I feel like that was kind of like thrown at us intentionally.
Yeah.
Because Duke Parrington seemed to be under orders of the king.
Right. So you thought it was the opposite way around.
It's a king and a duke.
Yeah.
Right. Whole time. But, I mean, also very strategic. Because if anybody is going to come for power, they're going to go for the king. They're not going to come for a duke.
Yeah, that is very true.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, what 2 things from each... Rapid fire! Okay. What 2 things about each book had your world shattering? Like, whoa.
Air of Fire, world shattering. The very end, Dorian with the collar on.
Yes! I co-sign that.
Queen of Shadows, world shattering. When Selena had that ring put on her and we were left with a cliffhanger because we had to go read about other people.
Yes.
What about you?
For me, Queen, okay. Air of Fire is definitely Selena almost killing herself with the amount of power that she had, because that's where we learn that she's very powerful. Queen of Shadows, I already said it. It's definitely finding out that Dorian's dad was not. I just want to know that man. Who was that man then? Who was that man?
Was he a good person, at least?
Was he a good person? And where the mama at? Did you know? Did you see the shift in him?
Yeah. Because I
just want to know who that man was.
She's just gone. She just, we don't know what's going on.
And we'll probably never, right. Okay. If I were in this book. If I were in this book. What 2 changes would you have made if you replaced one of the characters?
What changes would I have made? Honestly, I'm not going to answer that. I'm not going to change nothing about this book. Your turn.
Oh.
So you gonna put it all on me?
Yeah. I'm not changing shit about this series. I love this series so much. I think it's perfect the way it is. So.
Okay. If I were in this book, I would have. Honestly, with both of them, I would have been a little bit more violent. I would have beat Maeve's ass. I would have beat Arabin's ass before I let Lysandra kill him.
Right. No, that's 2 great ones. 2 great ones.
Yes. Yes, girl! Character development of the girlies. Things they did that we live for. The girlhood. What were you thinking? What's 1? Or 2?
I think Selena, Aelin, really valued her and Naima's relationship, right? So when opening up to Lysandra, she looked back on the mistakes she made when it came to her other girlfriends. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it came to Ansel back in Assassin's Blade, Naima, not being there for her when she needed her. So she said, you know what? I'm going to try again with Lysandra. And yeah, they both put their faith in each other. They both defeated somebody who tore them down, Arabin. And yeah, now Lysandra is writing for our girl Selena, or
Girl,
Aelin,
we love
and,
Lysandra.
yeah, and Aelin is writing for Lysandra. And what about you?
I have to say the same thing. So, but mine is more so on Lysandra's side. I personally love the fact that she saved that little girl from the brothel.
Yeah.
That right there, that was like one of my main things that I was like, yes. And also Caltaine, sacrificing herself.
And remembering what Selena did for her, because all Selena did was give her like her coat or something like that.
Yes.
It was just like one simple thing that Selena did for Lysandra back when they were both in the prison, or when it was just not Lysandra, Caltaine in the prison.
Caltaine.
And yeah, she
girl,
was like,
and they were cheersing over that damn sedative every day.
Yeah.
All right, girl, you throwing it back? Me too.
Here we go.
That's my man. That's my man. That's my man. That's my man. Who was your man?
Honestly, I know in the beginning we really didn't like Dorian.
I called him a wet dish rag.
Because K.O. is a hoe, right? And I just don't like how K.O. was acting in these two books. Yeah, he still was on Aelin's side, but the way he like treated her, you know how he kind of treated her in Throne of Glass? He was like, oh, she's just an assassin, right? It was very similar in these books, right? Just blaming her for a lot of things going on. So K.O. was not it. Let's see, who else do we have? We have Rowan. Rowan rides for Selena, even though he was a asshole in Heir of Fire.
In the beginning.
Yeah, so Aedion rides for Selena. Oh, we didn't bring up that Aedion was upset because Aedion was supposed to be the one who gave the blood bond to Aelin.
Yes.
Yeah, and Rowan took it from him, so. But Aedion rode for Selena too. I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie, Aedion gives me like Cassian vibes. Dare I say. But my man, yeah, it was definitely, I was looking at Aedion because I don't know. Rowan, you're cute, I guess, but I just wish that there was a little bit more like of a build up. Like, you just got here.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
We've had these other characters in our lives since
for a little minute.
Glass. Yeah. So.
Yeah. So that's why I was like, but my man, top tier. I'm sorry, Abraxos. Love him. I love him. Okay, you're doing great, sweetie. Who was the character with the most character development in this book, or in these two books?
Let's see. Manon definitely is the top of the character development. Yes.
Me too. She's my vote.
Yeah.
I love her. Manon gives me kind of like bi vibes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, ooh, sink your teeth in me. I love that. I do. Okay. I got 3 rapid fire questions.
Okay.
Ready? You get 10 seconds.
Okay.
Rapid fire! Do we believe the king's final reveal?
What do you mean, that he was possessed the whole time? Yes.
Do you think that, okay, I do too. However, I'm not 100%, I understand Dorian, I'm not 100% letting him off the hook, because how did you get possessed in the first place?
Yeah.
I need to know that backstory. Did you were you like, ooh, love that, let's go ahead and do it, or were you like
trying to fight it off?
Yeah. Well, Alien. What do you think that Aelin and Manon will be besties for the resties?
I do. I think they have similar morals and values now that Manon's coming too. So I think
and abilities for real.
Yeah, and
they're in similar positions of power.
I think they will like each other, and they both do like strong women, which they both are. So.
They're both trying to overcome this evil that has like swept their people.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we believe that Alien? There I am, Alien. Do we believe that Aelin is going to stick with Rowan? Our girl is 3 love interests deep. This is a love square. Are we adding a hectagon?
At the point that I don't know, because Queen of Shadows, or not Queen of Shadows, Kingdom of Ash is a very thick book. But I think as deep as we are in the series, and the bond
So
that
bring
they
on another
have
one.
with the Karanim and
Yeah.
all that other stuff, and the blood bond. I don't think Aylin's gonna switch up this time. No, I think it's gonna be Rowan. So, what about you?
And you know what's crazy for me? I think that it's gonna end off being Rowan, but I'm like, ew. I'm sorry. I wish that I could be a little bit more invested in their romance, but for him to come in 3 books deep and just be like, all right.
Well, I
I'll show you how
kind
to
of
do
like
ours.
that too, right? Because, I mean, first we had Dorian. Then we had Chaol. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And Sarah J. Maas just kind of kept us guessing. Because with a lot of, this isn't a romantasy book. This is a fantasy book.
And this is a fantasy book, yeah.
Yeah, but with a lot of books that have romance in them, it's just, you're kind of
It can
just
take away
giving
from
one
it.
person, yeah. And
Mhm.
they kind of have that person throughout the whole series. I like that Selena was doing her thing out there. You know what I'm saying? So.
And I feel you on that.
Yeah.
I can feel you on that. Because it is different from, like, the love triangle cliche, right? But I don't know.
I mean, if we had the same
I just
characters
wish we
from
had a little
book
bit
one,
more.
like
Yeah,
that
that's true.
wouldn't be. It wouldn't be.
I
as
just
good.
wanted a little bit more, like, tension
Yeah.
up to their relationship.
Yeah, I think their
If
relationship.
they could have
started pretty
waited
fast.
until, like, yeah,
Like the
if
last
they could
book.
have waited.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then it would have been.
If they
more
could have waited until
understandable.
they like argue real quick.
Yeah.
You know, not just like, oh, I hate you. Well, I hate you too. Like, I want to see y'all hating each other's guts and then finding out that when Bald Prince has Rowan's head in his mouth, that, oh my God, I love him. Let me go save him and go. Like, that's what I want to see.
Yeah.
This was like, I'm falling in love with you while we're just training. Baby.
Yeah.
So I'm not a huge fan, but
No, yeah, I get
but
what
you
you're
know.
saying, because it definitely felt like insta love, like they
yeah,
fell in love really fast. So no, I get that.
it was like cup of ramen love.
Yeah,
Just pop that bitch in the microwave for a minute. It just heat it up. Go ahead,
right.
eat it. You know, I just wasn't really eating it up. So our characters, as we've established, they did learn a lot about themselves, a lot about each other, and they went through a lot of lessons and a lot of trials that they had to overcome. They did serve up a couple of plates of justice. What is a takeaway from this book that kind of like stuck with you?
A takeaway from this book. How about you say yours first and I'll say mine? Cheyenne,
Okay.
what's your takeaway from this book?
One that stuck with me, or that like really hit me, I think emotionally. That you have to search in the deepest and scariest parts of yourself to be able to tap into your true power and identity.
Or to heal, yeah. And
Or to heal, yeah.
because that was something that stuck with Selena all the way into Heir of Fire. So
I mean, she could not fully become Aelin until she did.
Yeah, her true self. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a really good one. I think with me, specifically with Manon, it's about trusting your instincts and following your values.
Yes.
And even though you've been put in this position or told your whole life this is the way it is, like, you could step out
Change
and
it.
be yourself.
Yeah.
And do your own thing.
Yes. Witches even live in fear of each other, but they walk with so much bravado and like confidence that it's like they can't show each other their weaknesses, but all of them are so scared of each other.
Yeah.
And like the power that they have over each other. This was great.
Yeah, it was.
I'm
Fun
so
2
excited to do our
books.
tandem read.
We have 3 books left in the series. So, yeah.
Yeah, and they're big daddies.
Yeah.
Big daddies. Tandem read next. Very excited about that. And then
Kingdom of Ash. I know I'm finna be in tears, sliding down a wall, reading Kingdom of Ash. I already know it.
girl, because even the plot, like what I explained about like what what's going on heading into Tower of Dawn, Empire of Storms.
Mm-hmm.
A Kingdom of Ash?
I know somebody. I already know somebody's gonna die in that book.
Somebody's dying.
Somebody's dying in that book, and it's gonna be somebody we really care about. Yeah. So.
Yes. And it better not be Manon.
Ooh.
I can handle Lysandra. If y'all kill Manon, or if y'all kill, I'm talking about y'all, Sarah. If you kill Manon, or if you kill Abraxos.
Please not Abraxos. Please. I can't do pets. I can't die. A pet cannot die in my book. So.
Abraxos cannot go anywhere.
He can't. Mm-mm.
So that's what we got going on. We also have our monthly wrap up after this as well.
Yeah.
So
you will hear a little bit about Empire of Storms and Tower of Dawn at our
definitely.
Wrap up. We won't do any spoilers in that one though. So it's just gonna be a brief little.
No, just a little tidbit, a little sneak peek. Mm-hmm. So. Yes, be on the lookout for that. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, do all the tings so that you can keep up with us and that your algorithm, the algorithm,
right.
Pushes this content to people that also might like it.
Thank you guys for joining. See you next time.
Yes.
Bye.
Doesn't she have to kill somebody in this book? No, I'm jumping real bad. That's at the beginning of Empire Storms, right? When she killed that witch. God damn. God.
It's weird.